This is a spindle cell lipoma. Now, you can see spindle cell lipomas anywhere in the body, but they are classically found in the upper back. A middle-aged man on the upper back. That's the classic phenotype. The other thing to remember about these tumors is that they're composed of an admixture of fat and myxoid stuff. Varying proportions. Some cases are almost all fat. Other cases are almost all myxoid. This one is a little more cellular, myxoid, but there is a little bit of fat right here. So when you look at them on higher power, again you'll notice this very myxoid character, very bland spindle-shaped cells, mature fat, and now you're seeing one of the most characteristic features of this lesion, and that is this ropey collagen. So on high power demonstrates the most classic features of a spindle cell lipoma, the myxoid character, the very bland spindle-shaped cells. Some of them have unipolar or bipolar processes, the mature fat, the ropey collagen, and finally the icing on the cake, and that is the mast cells, which you often find in fair abundance. Now, in most cases, the diagnosis of a spindle cell lipoma is fairly obvious on the H&E, but occasionally you do need to confirm it, particularly when it's at an unusual site or when there's very little fat. And the two markers that help are CD34. Typically, the spindle-shaped cells are diffusely positive, and loss of RB. So let's talk about each of these. This is what you'd like your CD34 to look like, diffusely positive. Most, but not all, of those spindle-shaped cells are positive for CD34. The loss of RP is helpful when making a diagnosis of a spindle cell lipoma, but this is a challenging stain to interpret. You'll notice that most, but not all cells have lost RB, and we would interpret that as a negative RB stain supporting a diagnosis of spindle cell lipoma.